Let me just go ahead and announce this. Making sure of a few last things. Could have sworn I clicked continue. Hello, Tartan. No menu music sucks. It really does. Yeah, what's up, Tartan? Okay, should be about at the 2-minute mark when I can actually properly do the phone thing. Let's see. Well, I do want to do some research. First things first, we need to get a 5 thing here. Hello, Jalalva. What's up? Before I look at this, I should probably do this. By the way, Tartan, do you want a character in this game? Because we definitely have an opening right now. Yeah, you do, Jolov. I'm more talking to Tartan there. Ah, Jesus Christ, you keep doing that one. Also, one of the reasons I'm also requesting that is because I'm just really, really bad at finding names for people. Because there's no, like, randomized name, which really sucks. But I guess that's a no on Tartan's side. Bill, maybe? Yeah, let's go for Bill. They don't necessarily look like a Bill. That's fine. Also, I gotta actually make sure I know what works are possible. Aleph! I have one Aleph around here, Tartan. Don't worry. It's actually nothing there, and he's pretty easy to deal with. Yep. So you're best with consensus work, so we're gonna need consensus, violence, and nutrition, maybe. That'd definitely be the best setup. Optimus, specifically. Watch there be a Saphira Bospa fight. I don't think that actually exists in this game. I think you literally just reach the day and then it's just challenge mode. There we are. Now I got 18 more points, so I could make another unit, which would actually help a lot, or I could do some research here. And while I do like getting training, training isn't exactly a very good idea at this point, just because of the fact that, well, I'm mostly just hiring straight-up rank 5s at this point, so no real need for training. I've been actually very much debating getting this, though. But no, I should probably just get, like, more staff at the moment. Because it's something I've been kind of needing. It's just more staff in general. Being able to keep up with everything would be quite nice. I'm gonna need someone who can do amusement and consensus. Oh, that's perfect. I already have someone who does it too. Amusement and consensus work and violence work would actually be preferable. Problem is, they'll start down here, so anybody added to here isn't exactly the most useful for most things going around. Getting another person down here would be really nice. Like another person with the same thing as Baldy, also known as Heartman because his name got changed for some reason. Like, changed to this one's name, and it's very weird. I don't understand why that happened. Just a very strange thing. Yeah, so I could either make another person or I could do some research. Honestly, getting these upgrades would actually be really nice too, these damage upgrades, just so that containment would be even easier. And I say even easier, honestly, containment's just such a bitch overall. Getting more physical. Again, mental training is such a good one to get, though. Same thing with recovery. More recovery would also be really strong. And honestly, I'm thinking more recovery is the way to go here. Yeah, I think I'll do that, because more recovery basically means that I have more people available. No, I shouldn't. I really should just get on top of it and then do research afterwards. Let's go with this hairstyle. Just give them the standard set. I'll go with that. That looks good. Just getting as many people around as possible. Dang it, I'm still running out of names though. I guess I have a Zoe, so how about a Zoe? Fuck the Saint. What a suggestion that is. But I do need more people who can actually do, like, the one type of work, so that's an accident by me. Whoopsies. Placing you right here kind of makes you a bit more adaptable. There we go. I just need to assign everybody first. This one goes to Griffin. That's because Maxim's entire job is right over there. What I want to do with this one is, I kind of want to just leave it for the moment, just so it produces a bit more power. That one's definitely going to take a little bit of finagling with, to be honest. Bill can go ahead and do that. Okay, we need someone who can do violence, so Bob actually is going to go over here. You're going to go ahead and be Jill. I believe yours is a consensus, if I remember correctly. But first, we're going to actually go ahead and study you. Yours is fooding. Fooding. Because I English very well. Yours is feeding. Same with you. I do want Heartman to be able to do that immediately. Because I think I have one more that I can actually spare over there. Perfect. So I've got just about everything scheduled, actually. Perfect. The only thing I don't have scheduled right now, I think, is, it's the spiders. Do I have anybody who can actually do that? I technically do. Though that's a bit of a long trip for Bill. So Bill might actually be better suited to be the one sent here, technically speaking. Because Bo is basically just a substitute, so I can actually send in Bo right over there. I don't need to, but it kind of just saves a lot of effort. Obviously, I can't do works on that one. And I don't technically have a work on this one because I'm observing it, but that's fine. Also, you know what? No, the spiders can definitely last on their own. It's kind of a bit easier to actually let them last. So, we'll just do that. We'll keep that other one currently unused. Where's the music? Come on. Game, you can do it. There it is. I need to be attentive to nothing there, because I do need to work on them immediately once the observation is done. There it is. Yep, consensus work. Perfect. Don't want to touch the button. Just double checking that that's Griffin, and it is. Perfect. Bird's almost done. Oh, they actually got a mood rating best right off the bat. Sweet. This one's definitely not going to get it, though, so I need to be a little bit cautious of that one. Then Noah in there one more time. Bob could do that again, but I'd rather them be a bit more safer rather than sorrier. And Punishing Bird got out because reasons. When doesn't it get out, really? Griffin is still doing work over here. I can just send Alyssa over to this one, because honestly that's fine. Just to basically cover for them. Need to be a little bit more, like, a little bit attentive right now to everything, which kind of sucks, but at the same time is fine. Because obviously, one thing can go wrong and just everything goes down the toilet. So needs to keep working on that. Hey, we got a mood rating best on you too, sweet. Banner needs to go over there and finish their work. Joe can go over here because Hannah hasn't done it yet. Well, Hannah did do it, so Joe can go over there and basically finish it up. What game after this? I'm thinking Kurzspell, but I don't know for sure. Now granted, if I do finish this game today, I won't be streaming today, like for the rest of the day. That's just how I usually operate. Just more convenient that way. So someone does have to do this work now. So you can do that. While this will drain energy for a little bit, I'm definitely going to be doing a little bit of violence work here, because I might as well. I still got one more department. No, this is the last department. I believe, at least. Not sure, though. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Uh-oh. Okay, this is when I'm gonna have to be paying a bit more attention right now. Because, yeah, things are gonna get a little bit sketchy soon. Like these two specifically. Also, I nearly forgot to do that one. Also, screenwriter's note is being kind of bitchy. There it is. Okay, here comes the rush of things kind of going off of their timers. Which means that I need to keep working again. I really keep wanting to click that observation button. Being able to observe the button would be quite nice. But, alas, I'd rather not kill everybody in my entire game. Everybody scheduled? I believe everybody is scheduled. Yep. Everybody that right now matters is scheduled. Although I'm gonna have to reschedule you. There it is. I was waiting for that one as well. This can go ahead and handle that. Nothing there should be going off of their rocker soon as well. Not really off their rocker, that's more a magical girl thing. Just kind of being a little bit mad. Just a smidge upset. Meow. Hey, Thumbs, come on. How did this go? Oh, wow. Even with just a like, that went all the way up. Meow. Meow. What's up, Thelma? You can get up on my lap, come on. There you go. Everything worked at the moment? Everything is indeed worked. But yeah, the one thing I'm hating about this one is the fact that it just seems to always be, like, only going up by a very small amount. Oh, once in, once in work again. And just go ahead and let them do that. The bird should be off of their food rating soon, but they might not be because of how long they've been escaping for. Need Heartman to keep doing that just to keep it going. Why does it always want violence? Like, Jesus. Weird. I mean, okay, I'll give it more. Just kind of waiting for nothing there to be off their mood, because they really are due at this point. There they are. need you to keep working on that. And the bird's out again. Every time. Uh-oh, there we go. Jill, you can go ahead and do that. I'm okay with that. Hardman can go ahead and do that. Wow, you didn't actually get filled up. Shit. Tim, you need to finish that job. Come on. Oh, I can observe. It's not a final observation, though. So we might have to do that after this day. Hopefully you get no whammies, of course. Which is very likely, considering we're starting to really kind of run out of things that it could possibly be, which means that I might get Silent Orchestra, or even worse yet, Plague. Yeah, so far we're doing really good on the energy front. I have to admit. Another violence work? You kidding me? These guys should be ready to go soon. Yep, there it is. Courtney's still pretty much hurting right now, so I'd rather not do anything for them. That could potentially kill them. Or just maim them. Oh, and you need to work too. Hiss. Can do that. This one's fine. Yeah, I'm paying attention to red shoes, no worries. Oh, no. No suppress. Bear's going to be a little bit upset, but I'm not really going to touch it, because this is where it's usually killing people, and I don't want it to do that, for obvious reasons. I do have max observation. Perfect. Now I want something other than violence. Like, why does it always want violence? It's so weird. And there we go. Nicholas and Gondolas both got a level, and we get 20 LOB per, which is awesome. Time for more story. I do have to say, this game gives you some delightful background on some of the characters that you normally wouldn't know, especially on A. What do we get? No whammies, it is an HE that does blue damage. That's terrifying. What do you have? You have feeding, consensus, and violence. There we go. I'll just do Jane right there. Lots of J's. Now this could be Price of Silence, but I'm pretty sure Price of Silence had a different thing on it. I don't know, like, though I should be prepared. Like, what is needed for Price of Silence again? I can't remember what work you have to do. Okay, so punching it. Got it. That's all that's necessary. It just sucks if I have it, because then it's going to always start like at a very low mood, which I believe this is Price of Silence. With it starting at such a low mood, that's just going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's 100% Price of Silence. Why does it have to start at such a low thing? Yeah, Alarion definitely already got out. The problem is, if I pause, they're permanently gone. Yeah, Murder's definitely getting out. Okay, yeah, we have to restart. Shit. There was no way I was making it through that. Ay, ay, ay. If I could get some data on them, though, like, they won't be so bad, but the problem is that they start in a bad mood, which is terrible. What was the hairstyle I was using? I think it was this one. Need amusement. Eating and violence, I believe. That was consensus. Yeah, I'll do that. Don't really care for shields at the moment, because that's just a lot of busy work I gotta do if I keep doing something like this. A good research is better mental training. But again, that doesn't really help me much. I'm gonna research this. Again, having an extra character would be really nice. So I could special hire a 14. And the reason why I researched this is just because it makes it all faster. I don't have to keep going through the same shit over and over. You need food. Amusement, consensus would be actually a pretty solid combination, I think. Yeah, that would be actually a solid combination. I'm gonna go ahead and make them that. Let's go for a Sarah, why not? Yeah, I know they are. Though it seems like they're slowly starting to get out of popularity, finally. I'm just not a fan of free-for-alls. Hamster a ball royale. Now that'd be fun. I'd get into that. Consensus, I believe, is what I need to do there. Just checking something real quick there, because I wanted to. They want amusement today. That's different. So we'll be doing some observation over there because we can. This will be risking their life over there, I think. Yeah, because Rogan needs to do this one. And then we need to figure out who does this. I guess Hiss will do that one. Oh, we have Tim available. Okay. So Tim could do that. Double check to make sure everything is currently under works, which it is. Just about everything, at least. Need to keep a watch on this, though. Because again, I'm going to want them to be able to immediately go back in. There we are. It's going to be done soon. Food rating at its best, perfect. You need to keep at that. Thank you very much. Can anybody fresh do cleaning? I believe Bob can. Shoes will also generally not be done on the first go. Oh wow, you almost got maxed out. I really don't want this one ever to be maxed out, because otherwise it would probably just, like, make it faster to go down, which I really don't want. Weird as that sounds, of course. I'll do amusement a little bit later for Joe. Unless I can go ahead and cover. Zoe is currently not working, which I don't want. Janitor needs to keep working on that. And so far, so good. Nearly made me click on you once in. Nearly made me click on you, but alas, I have not been rused. Oh, it needs to work on you. And you. Needs to go do that. Hannah's probably going to need to do that soon. Or at least soon enough. Need to keep that up. Someone needs to do this finally. Which one did you like again? You like consensus work or violence work? So we'll do violence, and hopefully it doesn't max you out that time. There it is. Is doing just fine. Can anybody fresh do amusement work? Technically yes, but Chloe is specifically reserved for nothing there. Tim needs to be the one doing that one. So you need to keep working. Sending Bo over is not a bad idea. Just to keep that working and out of my way. Yes, it costs power to do that, but again, keeps it out of the way. He's probably going to be released soon. Wow, you weren't maxed out? Okay, let's fix that. Shit. I love that. I don't know why that's so amusing to me. There it is. That's exactly what I was waiting for. Anything else to do? At the moment, no. Oh, there it is. I have to work on the child again, I think. Jill can go ahead and play with the ball. Get maxed out? No, you didn't. Okay. Work more, thank you. Is this just gonna max him out again? Yes, it does. Wow. I'm honestly shocked at how often that's maxing it out. That's not even supposed to be, like, the best of the best works. Kinda strange. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Final is probably not going to make that. Joe could do that. I'd rather not, though. Almost there for today. Right, I can speed up time. I forgot about that. It's risky, but it certainly will speed up everything. No, Queen's not happy, so we are losing some of our power production right now. Yep, there it is. That was exactly what I was waiting for. I think a janitor could do that. So why don't you go ahead and do that? Do some of that glorious consensus work. I got handed cover for you up there anyway. Oh, there we go. Let's see. It's here. It's right here. It is nice that everything's going a little bit faster now. Don't really need to worry about you, actually. And there we go. You have to say, the speed up is quite nice, actually. That is super duper noticeable. What are we dealing with today? Oh, hey, look, it's Price of Silence again. Son of a bitch. And unfortunately, they did not start in a good mood. That's extremely annoying. So I have way too many abnormalities that are just, like, very high maintenance at the moment. Also, Price of Silence is nothing but a down, not an up, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. That's annoying. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with getting it, though. But the game really wants to give me it. I'll go ahead and try. Okay, we can pause now. Thank God. Whew. I like a little red being in a bad state, to be honest. Always bothers me. Anybody work consensus right now? Does not look good. And yeah, Spider Bed's already being fed. I can go ahead and do that at least. Get us some extra power gain. You need to investigate you, but otherwise you're doing fine. Everybody is ready to be worked on. I just hope one of these observation levels boosts its basic mood rating to a bit higher than that. Now, one problem that I have with this is, can I ever make it so that I can just pause right off the bat? Like, that's the question right now. Mm-mm. Just annoying to deal with, really. Especially considering since it's blue damage, it's a permanent deletion, so, like, one mistake is all it takes, and I've basically fucked myself entirely. Okay. So what are you looking at? Okay. Amusement helps it. As well. Food, this is an important stat to realize right there. I'm not even gonna lie there. That's actually a very important stat, because that means I can stabilize it. So I can stabilize it with nutrition. Make it actually always be gaining me some kind of energy. Not much, but some. Also, yeah, we got its basic mood rating up, thankfully. Hopefully we can maybe get one more so we can get its mood up a little bit higher, because I don't know whether that's actually in the safety zone or not. Yeah, everything's out of whack now, as far as timing goes. Oh, we got a best rating, sweet. Oh, and we need someone working on this fast. Okay, Bob, you do that. Punishing Bird ended up getting out, because of course it did. When doesn't it get out? There you go, got some time bought on Greed. Being very power inefficient at the moment, which kind of sucks. We did good on that one. Nice. I need to give him some rest time, which kind of spooks me. So I'd rather them have a little bit more than that. I'm gonna go ahead and recruit Tim to go over there for now. Courtney, you can do that. Hopefully we can actually get that one into a reasonably good mood at the moment. I could send Hyan over there. And honestly, that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up time a little bit. Just a little bit. See if we can't speed everything up. Get it all along, moving along swiftly. Because, like, that doesn't look like 40. That looks like pretty much a solid 50 right there. Very annoying. Because that means that basically it starting at 40 is not good enough. We need it to be able to allow us to pause right off the bat. Once we're able to do that, it'll be easy to manage. Very easy to manage, in fact. Oh, and they killed it, for some reason. Why? Why did it kill them? I gotta restart now, but why did it kill them? Like, I technically don't have to restart, but high-end is actually really important. Because high-end was not the first one to work on this. Like, why did they die? What killed them? Hold on. They're rationalists, so rationalists shouldn't do it. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are they dying? Like, why? That's what I don't like about the teddy bear. It just kills people for no reason. I swear I didn't send them before. I'm gonna have to look back in the recording for that. In fact, I'm almost entirely assured that that's the only time I've ever sent high-end in. That just bothers the hell out of me. Yeah, I wasn't hugging it. I was only doing amusement work, period. I don't do hugging because of that. Like, there is some kind of hidden mechanic with this thing. These are the 3 works I want them to be able to do. I definitely need them to have feed. Yeah, I think those are the 3 works. So weird. Like, hold on, I'm looking up this abnormality. I need to see if there's any hidden effects on this thing. What is it called again? Called Happy Teddy. Because this is bothering the hell out of me. It might be a translation issue. Okay, so, basically, yeah, it either just doesn't tell you this, or it's a translation error somewhere around here. It might be something to do with this, but basically, doing the same work twice in a row has a chance to trigger it. So just doing amusement has a chance to trigger it, because fuck you. Also, there is a likely chance that no matter what kind of work you do, if you do not hug every other time, they will also kill someone. These are 2 very important things, and I'm pretty sure most people who got this abnormality probably just sat there and said it wasn't worth even attempting because of how much it killed people. Basically, you don't want to do the same work twice in a row. You don't want to send the same employee twice in a row. You want to do a hug every other use. Like, first off, hey, this thing has a lot of stipulations on it. What the fuck? There we go, I think that's everything assigned up there. Perfect. They want consensus. That'll be Jill. I'll be doing that after it's full, because if I do that wrong, bad things will happen. Because if that actually lowers it, it might lower it to red, and if it lowers it to red, I am kind of screwed. And Bo over there. Perfect. You did good. We got everybody set up how they need to be. Their mood rating went at its best. Perfect. Speeding it all up is quite nice, I must admit. There we are. Though you need to stay in there. So amusing to me, I don't know why. Oh wow, they actually failed to get a full consensus on it. Nice. Good job, dude. You failed. I'd send fire runs in there to cover, but I'd rather not. Not at the moment, at least. Its mouth opens, crush down tongue worlds. Manager, it's calling you. Go ahead and ignore it first. Keeps trying, however, is always at the end, nothing there. Okay. Interesting. Interesting thing. Those final observations are actually really cool. So we want someone to hug it next. Right? I think I'm doing it right. Who did I send down here? Okay, that was Griffin. As always. I don't really have to worry about the out of control at the moment. Punching Bird got out because, again, it's just kind of a bastard sometimes. They got punched before they got through. You need to keep working on that. Griffin can definitely do that on the side. And it needs to move now. And with you. Punching Bird escaped again. Because why? Again, wouldn't it? Annoying piece of shit. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it killed someone this time. So that's nice. Let me go ahead and do that. Go ahead and assign that, just to delay it even more. Someone has to work on this, so Tim, you can do that. I'd much rather Janitor actually work on this first. Need to keep an eye on all the mood meters right now. Hey, that didn't actually get a full stock, so that's perfect. Oh, there it is. There's one of the things I gotta work on, so go ahead and work on it. Actually, hold on. I need someone else to work on this now. Ridiculously scared of Magical Girl coming off of the best mood at the moment. It's gonna happen any moment now. At least I think it is. I don't remember what the last work used on the Teddy is, so I'm just gonna have to take that power hit. There it is. That's exactly what I was looking for. Courtney needs a little bit of a break from that one, but then I'll be back on the case. Daddy don't look too happy, because of course it doesn't. Why would it? Is there up there? This up here? I want food today? Weird. But I mean, I guess I could provide. Okay, good. Now I can send in Courtney for sure. Griffin will go over here. God, that is so fast, the refinement all of a sudden. I love it. Please don't be Price of Silence again. Please. There's a man who wanted and hungered, but left to nothing. Now I can see why there are so many tales about monsters who took wrong ways to feed their greed, eventually giving up on becoming human. What's it today? It's fucking Silent Orchestra, because of course it is. Oh, you don't want Price of Silence? Here, have this one instead. I'm like, fuck you, game. Fuck you. Basically means I need someone for violence, and I need basically to... This is one of those ones you just have to constantly work on. It's kind of like Alariune, except for the stakes are about 20 billion times higher. Now granted, it is in a situation where I can basically abandon the department. But I'd rather not do that. I need someone who can do violence and possibly get out of damage for free. I'm gonna make them Musicator again. Musicate. Hopefully they roll a bit better than they did before. However, the big thing about this abnormality is it does generate a lot of energy. There we go. I like this face, I don't know why. It's fun. Yeah, I'll be giving them a shield too. They'll probably need it. Don't want a violence the beehive. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. I'm really like to give that to Bo, but might be a better idea sooner or later. What do you want? You want violence. Okay. Go ahead and assign that work. Assign that work. Just about all work's assigned except for this one. This one, I need to work really, really hard to not let go down at all. You don't know how to do consensus work. It's okay. I'm supposed to do violence on you anyway. I forgot about that part. Hopefully I can actually manage it, because again, like, the amount of power that it's going to give is pretty great. If I can just work with it like that, then it'll be a tremendous boon, but I don't really know if I can keep that up. Big thing, though, is the more observation I get on it, I'm pretty sure the better its success rate would be. Like, I think. Like, its mood would be at the start, and with a bigger starting mood, that's definitely better. I think. Is it? Anyway, let me just double check everything. Might as well. Bless you. Kitty cat sneezing. I don't know why. I just love that. Oh wow, it saves the speed up that I gave it. What the hell? That could actually be very dangerous. God, its works are fast, though. Shit. Also, yeah, we ended up losing all evasion, but we definitely got a huge amount of work efficiency. But yeah, its works are fast, which is not favorable to what type of abnormality it is. Musicate to go ahead and observe. I'm okay with it staying like that for now. There we are. That's being addressed. So far everything's being addressed just fine. We didn't get a good start on that one, unfortunately. Yeah, Bob's unable to do that. How are the shoes doing? Shoes are doing the shoey. Right now it's 47.5 where it starts. Okay, that didn't upgrade it at all. Muscate's gonna have to go ahead and do that, but they're definitely gonna have to tag out soon. Which, again, not a favorable circumstance. I'll go ahead and get Alyssa to do that, because they'll be able to move over to a little helper afterwards as well. So it works out in the end. Bo can do that. Now, the worst thing about having them here, though, is the fact that it's still a bit of a walk to get to them. Which is not great. The longer the walk, the higher chance it is that it's going to be lowering its mood too much. Also does a lot of psych damage. Might as well keep it sped up a little bit. I really shouldn't be doing that, actually. I can do this, but I'm actually going to give that to someone else for now. So you can be the one that cleans today. Though is taking their sweet time getting there. It's making me nervous. Oh, this one actually drains energy when it's in a bad mood. Like, not a bad mood, a good mood. Which really bothers me. It actually gives a decent amount of energy when it doesn't do that, but it'd be way too finicky to work with otherwise, so I just gotta keep punching it. But that's definitely a place where I could possibly eke out more energy if need be. Also, Magical Girl has to be due soon. Yeah, they ended up losing like at least a tick or two. Okay, yeah, they lost a single tick from that. That doesn't seem like much, but it is scary as hell. And someone else is definitely going to have to do this kind of work. Thankfully, Tim is an optimist, so I can actually swap him in. Gotta keep that energy flowing. This is still in there, what the fuck? Spider-Bud takes forever to work with, damn. Yeah, like this one produces energy. Like, I really hate the ones that produce energy when they're, like, bad mood. Also, Alariune is literally just an energy waste, because they only produce energy when they're about to get out anyway, so... skill is unfortunately not as good. Though they seem like they should be. They have slightly lower work efficiency, but that's about it. Nothing there is angry, so time to send in Chloe. And then Jill for that one. As well send in Heartman one last time. Alariune is threatening to get out. And you're in a neutral mood, which is not liked at the moment. Not liked at all. What's everybody else doing? Kate was definitely better off. There we go. Do you have anybody to attend to right now? Looks like I'm mostly fine, for the most part. There's one. Maybe he's probably going to be triggered soon, though. The sound orchestra is actually pretty decent. He's a swell guy. Though, ultimately very annoying to deal with. Someone needs to be sent over there for now. So how is everybody working right now? Right? Hopefully Gonzalez can actually make it over there, but it's very dodgy as to whether they could or couldn't right now. They could. They made it. Have to be very careful right now, though. Hello! Hello, Gorbenny. Welcome to the stream. How's your day going? Yeah, this is Legacy. Like the Legacy version. What do you mean, how the fuck did I manage that? You can get the Legacy version by going into the beta menu for Steam and just opting into the Legacy version, which it works off of pretty different mechanics. It's in the properties if you right-click it on Steam. And I believe there's probably ways to get it on other things as well, but I just know Steam personally. Good, this thing's producing energy now. Am I missing anybody? Yes, I am. I found it? Yeah. Plague Doctor. Yeah, I know. That's the worst part. Plague Doctor's an ass. Who's the one outside right now? It's Misakate. Okay. it's White Knight, who care? Well, the problem with a White Knight, and more specifically Plague Doctor, is every time Plague Doctor is randomly generated into my game, it literally not hard, but it soft locks my game. So I actually have to restart after that. I don't know how to fix that glitch, and I don't particularly care to either. Because at the end of the day, I kind of am benefiting from not having to deal with that as well. Though I do have to say that one fix is literally to turn into White Knight. It's just that I would literally be putting myself into a losing state if I were to do that. Yeah, I have the button. The button just generates free energy, really. Yeah, the button's pretty good. I'm really dodgy as to whether I should keep Silent Orchestra around, though, because this thing... One of these observation levels has to boost its basic mood rating, or else it's just not going to be worth it using, like, keeping around, to be honest. Why does Alyssa hurt so much? What the fuck? What the hell happened to Alyssa? Magical Girl has to be due soon. That kill the LOB when praying, I think 4 minutes and more. I believe, isn't that like Flesh Idol or something? Yeah, I think that's Flesh Idol or something. Like Meat Idol, something like that. Yeah, this still didn't raise. Does it never raise its basic mood rating? Because, like, shit. If it doesn't, I hope the dear hell that the next one I get is, yeah, a beat ball and stick, yeah. Because if this thing doesn't do that, then I'm going to have to get even more mental defense so I can actually keep it stalled for even longer, because it going into a bad or a good mood is just bad news. Why the hell is Alyssa so, was Alyssa so beat up? What the fuck? Mario Royale, Jesus. Punishing Bird got out, because of course it did. Okay, everybody's scheduled except for you, but I can't schedule you right now. Abnormalities are SCPs. Okay, we're at refinement stage right now. Because of the bunker. They have a point. They have a point. Yeah. They have a point there. I don't really care about 100 sins, just give me the refinement. Please. Thank you. Yep, this is still my first playthrough. I slowly changed. Okay. Yay, new story. No, you mean melting love with nothing their support. Is there no special quote for nothing there? Yeah, there's no, like, special quote for nothing there. That sucks. Oh, we got all 3 birds! Aw, shit. That's all 3 birds in the bank. Oh, no. Not a very good thing. There's quite a few SCPs that can actually destroy the whole universe. But yeah, we got all 3 birds. No. Because Apoco is capable of, I think, blue damage. I'm going to avoid that the best I can. Thank you very much. However, I do have to say, this thing is a good source of power. SCPs aren't always monsters, actually. Sometimes they're designations of areas, even. And honestly, I've not really seen any abnormalities that are universe destroyers. Or even universe manipulators, to be honest. You sure? Chemical component test resulted that it is made of material that's not present on Earth. The button just kills everybody in the facility by triggering something really bad. Also, doesn't the flesh idol eventually just kill the person praying to it and only activates if someone's praying to it? I don't know about censored, though. Censored is... that's kind of... nobody knows what that thing's capable of, let's be honest here. True. It can kill your game. Right, I forgot about that part. The problem with the clockwork SCP thing that's able to break down people into components is that it upgrades them too. Keep that in mind, and there's no correlation to the different settings and whether it'll actually upgrade or downgrade it. It's a complete crapshoot. Like, it is by no means something that's able to be done. And as far as the button goes, having anybody inside the containment room with the button is a bad idea, considering its influence over people. Yeah, I know. It's just that there's no way to tell whether rough or very fine is what's going to destroy it. Now, one thing that can be said about abnormalities as compared to SCPs is, one, in their benefit, is that since they generate so much power just together, there is the possibility that they could actually cause the equivalent of, like, a far bigger nuclear explosion if grouped up too much. However, now back into SCP's court, also talking on abnormalities here, abnormalities are weaker if people get hopeful. Period. If people are more hopeful, abnormalities are weaker, they don't even generate as much energy anymore. So, you kind of have to weigh both of those. If they merged, that would be pretty fun. Jesus Christ, these dialogues are fucking huge. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if SCPs could be able to make the energy just like the abnormalities do. I gotta be right back real quick. I will be able to continue this in a second. Though they definitely could cause it indirectly. Because again, the more deaths that happen, the more powerful abnormalities become, and more abnormalities are made. So... And also with more death comes more hopelessness, and more hopelessness generates more power. Okay, back. Okay, I'm back. Like giant tree staff and Nerf gun, ocean of scream and bloodshed. Jesus. Also, here's another thing. Keep this in mind. Another downside to abnormalities is abnormalities will go away. They will poof. It's basically a given. They will poof if there's no people to make them. However, there are SCPs that are people that are immortal. Not all SCPs can be destroyed. Again, there is definitely people who are immortal. You got Dr. Bright, for instance. Though that's probably the least immortal of the immortals that I know of in SCP. I can't name them off the top of my head, but there is definitely immortal people there. Now, what I'm wondering is that since abnormalities are made from people's subconsciousness, what kind of abnormality would be made by a humanoid SCP? Or, like, a human SCP. And I'm not even going to start to think about what kind of abnormality Dr. Bright would result in. Lovecraft is abnormalities. And SCPs will band together and fight their monsters together. Wishful thinking. I mean, Magical Girl would be very interesting in the SCP universe, let's be honest. But I mean, like, as she is in this game, rather than some, like, remade kind of setup. I'm gonna go with this and go with, I don't know, I mean, Jane is already not there anymore, so I'll just go with Jane again. I forgot one thing, though, and that is, what is Big Bird like? They probably dislike violence, I'm gonna be completely honest. So I'm gonna go with feeding, consensus, and amusement, maybe? Problem is, we definitely need someone who's capable of violence. Yep. And she needs to be able to constantly fight it, but with her stuck in a box all the time, you know? I'm just gonna give them the standard smiley face, why not? Because again, things could go either horribly good or horribly bad, especially with Silent Orchestra on the table. Just go to war with each other, but then, to be honest, SCP Foundation is really hostile. Especially to other things that are perceived to be containing SCPs. So yeah, they probably would just war with each other. Like, SCP Foundation seems like it's all, like, it's the good SCP containment site compared to the other ones. It's probably just the lesser of the evils in a sense, but I just know that they're incredibly hostile. They don't seem to have any consideration for ever being friends with any other, like, team that does it. Like, that holds SCPs or SCP-like objects. Yeah. Though, Lobocorp hires people and basically permanently keeps them in. Everything that happens inside of Lobotomy Corp cannot be talked about. Hell, the Rabbit Squad in the main game literally has to take amnesiacs in order to be allowed to leave. Though I do have to say, D-Class would be a very bad idea with a Lobotomy Corp if you think about it. Yes, death helps fuel power, but as far as containing them goes, D-Class would be a horrible idea. Just because of how abnormalities work. What did I name this one again? Yeah, June. Okay. They do get vacations, but they're not allowed to talk to anything, and I believe they do get disposed of if any kind of breach of security is given. And that's assuming that they don't actually get, like, something to wipe their mind before they go on vacation. But you gotta keep in mind that, unlike SCP, Lobotomy is more of a corporation than SCP is. SCP is more just dedicated to just keeping things in, and isn't really needing to produce anything out of them. They're not a producer, they're more just a jail, in a sense. I wouldn't really side with any. I'd probably prefer to just kind of, like, sit, maybe on a different planet with a telescope and watch with a box of popcorn. I certainly wouldn't want to be on the same planet of them both fighting each other. Also, Gorbenny actually followed me, so thank you. And even though you might not be there to hear the thanks, thank you nonetheless. Yeah. And just see what happens. It'd also be interesting how some of the abnormalities would be changed by, like, some of the area designations as well. Because keep in mind, there is that one area that spreads across across the Earth, and it does warp the look of everything that's inside of it. Like, permanently. Advantage with their ego weapons and working with some abnormalities. Yeah, Little Red and Magic Bullet Guy, but you gotta keep in mind that we're just, like, sicking everything out. We're just, like, dumping it all onto the grounds and just having them go at it. So Little Red actually isn't that helpful. Defray shoots would be pretty helpful, but ultimately not that helpful. Like, just in the ultimate way of things. Like, on a more micro scale, yeah, that'll be helpful, but, like, on a massive scale, not really. Plus, if we're talking about, like, specifically the abnormalities and SCPs, we cannot factor in employees, which means the ego weapons are kind of inherently thrown out the window. Because if we're going to talk about employees, and we're willing to go, like, back in the past before people were turned into robots, Geburo would be very formidable on the battlefield. Especially with their ego weapons. Like, legendarily so. Because, like, remember, Gebura took down so many abnormalities and Bina by herself. She died in the process, but that was only from blood loss from missing an arm afterwards. But she even did that, and hell, she took out Bina, guaranteed, with one arm. Yeah, if you're allowing agents to help out as well alongside that, I'm just saying, like, as far as, if they're not robots. If they're robots, then obviously Geburo wouldn't be able to be fair. But, like, as far as agents go, yeah, ego weapons are pretty formidable. Because someone doesn't have to train with an ego weapon. They could, but they don't have to. The ego weapon confers skills onto them by itself. It's like, it just gives them the ability to use the special techniques of the weapon, as long as they're holding it. That's, like, the explanation as to why some weapons have, like, special ways they're used. I should probably start. Whoa, that load time. Yikes. Just imagine a pissed-off Red Mist with an Arbiter and an army of agents and Aelith weapons and suits to siege an SCP Foundation with Magical Girl and Little Red as backup. And Defray shoots all the way in the background, too. Like, I definitely would have to say, abnormalities would be a lot more organized, whereas the SCPs would not be. But if we're simply trying to take over either the Foundation or Lobotomy Corporation, yes. Lobotomy Corporation would win in a hostile takeover. But if we're actually pitting, like, SCPs against abnormalities, like, just without regard for safety of anybody involved, then it's definitely a lot more balanced. Yeah, that's why Lobotomy Corporation would straight up win, right off the bat, as far as a hostile takeover goes. Because there's a huge amount of SCPs that also can't die. But, like, if we're just trying to take over the company via just killing everybody inside, then yeah, Lobotomy Corporation would win, hands down. They're more organized, their abnormalities are actually workable with them a lot better. Like, everything would just be way better. Yeah, they would be far more on the defensive because they'd be too focused on keeping their, like, the not the abnormalities, the SCPs that they contain within, because most of the time, if not all the time, they are 100% unwilling to use them. Period. For any reason. Yeah, there's a few SCPs that they do let wander the halls and stuff like that, like wander the halls or even put out in their task forces, but most of them they're not willing to use for fighting, period. Yeah, that's the one thing that the SCP Foundation has. There's quite a few SCPs that give happiness rather than, like, straight harming. So you gotta keep that in mind. Because happiness could be just as much a weapon. Yep. But keep in mind, the fear doesn't necessarily matter considering Lobotomy Corporation's inherent fear. If they were to, like, honestly, the abnormalities are just going to be there, and even if they weren't to create other abnormalities, period, again, in a hostile takeover, just SCP isn't willing to use its SCP objects in a fight. So in a hostile takeover, Lobotomy Corporation would take over SCP in an instant, almost. It'd be basically no contest. Yep. MTF rate on lobotomy results? Again, they would probably... lobotomy doesn't care if you kill the people inside of it. And let's be honest, most of these abnormalities aren't very safe for people who don't know what they're getting into to go into. Like, we can't do outside results. Like, there's so many factors that happen because you're fusing two entirely different universes together because of doing that. Like, again, the fact that SCP Foundation would suddenly have a whole bunch of abnormalities out of nowhere. But yeah, I do have to say, Lobotomy Corp straight up does have the superior manpower, period. Like, overall. Like, just because of their hiring practices. I sent him to this one, right? Send Sarah to this one. Send his to here. Send Rogan to here. Someone needs to do violence work here. So that's actually going to be there. Jill is going to be the one who's doing this. Chloe's going to be doing that. That way Bo can go here. Artman can do this. Probably kill SCP Foundation first. Oh, also, if you want to, like, add in gameplay mechanics as well to this fight, I mean, we've got execution bullets. So, that's like GG right off the bat. Really dislike having to work with Silent Orchestra. I really do. Being able to give it a little bit of a boost like this would be nice, but I already know the power of doing something like that. So, like, we won't be able to tip it up. Or in a world where they somehow have peace and have an employee exchange. An employee exchange, I'm pretty sure a lot of Lobotomy Corporation agents would actually do incredibly well as SCP Foundation personnel. Especially with their ego gifts. Yeah, that's why I said, like, so as SCP Foundation personnel, they would be really good. SCP Foundation personnel would probably be really, really bad because they were all trained to go in a very specific way. So, like, lifestyles and what they're literally just doing, they wouldn't have, like, half of the stats that are kind of needed in a sense, if you think about it, because they're very imbalanced in how they're trained. So they would be very good for some things, but once they reached a certain abnormality that wasn't very good for how everybody's basically trained to be, it just wouldn't work. I have not, actually. Maybe they could exchange research if Bina wants to make eco weapons and suits from SCPs. That'd be pretty interesting, yeah. I'd like the Lego SCP one. Like the Mega Bloks one. Like the Lego one that really hates Mega Bloks. You cannot send links here. However, if you join my Discord, which you could either scroll down or just ! Discord in the chat, you're allowed to send links in that chat. But yeah, you can't send links here. It's... yeah. Welcome, Heartman. Baldi ended up changing their name to you completely out of my control, by the way, Heart. No, we don't have quality memes. Isn't the point of memes to not be quality in the first place? Oh yeah, Jane actually worked out just as well as I thought they would. Yep. Only stashes of porn, so go away, you filthy memer. No, your name, like, your character's name is still Heartman, but Baldi also decided to change their name to Heartman, so there's technically two Heartmans here now. Very strange turn of events, to be honest. Oh, also we're dealing with the Silent Orchestra now, so. And we got all three birds. But yeah, like, the game just decided to change their name. I don't really know how to react to it myself. Hard to destroy reptile. Apoco Bird's a pushover. They're probably not a pushover in this version of the game because you can't, like, manually move your employees, but, like, Apocalypse Bird was a pushover in base game. Like, it was kind of pitiful. Any SCP that's capable of movement, like, it's not that hard. Literally anyone that's capable of movement. I still like Melting Love. They're a very, very fair Aleph, honestly. They're very easy to deal with, too. I guess one that wouldn't think would probably try to just do it. Technically, the train would beat it. Like, the train could beat a Apocalypse Bird, like, literally 10 times out of 10. And I'm not saying that because it's invulnerable, it's just because it'll probably hit the eggs a few times. Like, a few times, so don't really have to worry about that. Okay, I did assign someone over there. Good. How's everybody else's mood going? Going reasonably well. I do have to say, though, if I can keep the bird working, the bird will work very well. I love the elevator. Yeah, the elevators, like, that are actually legitimate elevators, they're actually pretty cool. I do kind of wish there was more of them. Something I've always never liked about Lobotomy Corporation is its layout is fucked. Like, its layout is almost purposefully designed to make the employees suffer. Especially with no stairs. Like, come on, man. Hasn't anybody heard of exercise? They probably would, considering how useless clerks are in the main game. On welfare department's elevator? Yeah. There you go. Yep, it's blue. We got elevators of all colors here. Think of the Sephiras. Again, as far as the Sephiras go, they're just like literally the head. And I mean, SCP Foundation has something kind of like Sephiras that are in place right now, so they wouldn't really think anything different of it. Like, hi, I'm a robot. Yeah, as far as the robots go. Now, again, I'm gonna say this right now. If we were to do a war, and Gebura was not a robot, but was actually her true self, she would probably destroy a lot more SCPs than you'd think. But yeah. As far as it, like, and their robots go, like, that's fine. I don't really see them thinking that to be anything different. It's just an AI and a robot. Nothing new to them. Alright. Yeah, they're just management bots, like, pretty simple. Which they are. They are management bots. That's not even an assumption at that point, that's correct. They do have personalities, though, yeah. They'd probably think that's a flaw in the AI. Oh my god, Jane... I had a feeling that Jane was going to be a perfect person for this. And holy shit, was I right. Jane is, like, tanking that shit. And I love it. I need to do more of that. As robot SCPs. That wouldn't be a good idea, because then you lose all the management power. Shouldn't program personalities into AIs. That's exactly what I said. Like, they would certainly think that the personalities are kind of a weakness, a flaw. Which it is. It is a weakness and a flaw in their management design. Considering the core suppressions happen when their emotions get the better of them. Yeah, they definitely wouldn't think much of them. They'd be perfectly normal. Just file a complaint and then literally just, like, file a complaint to the manager by just handing it to the robot that they're complaining about. I'd like to file a complaint with the manager. Yes, I'm the manager. Okay, here, I hate you. Our containment units are terrible, and our door systems are garbage. Why do our doors not lock? That's something I think I even remember saying while I was playing the main game. Like, why do our doors not lock, period? Why does Punishing Bird in this game just have a vendetta against random people? Like, I'm just going to say this right now. Punishing Bird just went through here. And you already see how fast they're bolting, but that's because I have sped up. But this is the path they would have had to take to get there. The fuck? What did they do to Punishing Bird down there? No, it actually goes through the elevators. That's the worst part. Like, it waited for every elevator, and this is also a hidden elevator that you just can't see. So it waited for every single elevator, too. Like, that's what's so weird. Like, clearly it has a vendetta against the person down there, and I don't know why. Very plate bird, they all are. They're just zealots. Yeah, fair enough. Also, wow, the employee's really booking it faster, though. Oh, employee got hit now. By the way, speaking of considering our terrible containment units, they'd probably be very, very, very hating towards our use of abnormalities to help us. They'd probably be very against that. Yeah, Lobotomy Corporation, they don't quit, they die most of the time. If not, damn near every time. Like, you don't quit Lobotomy Corporation, you're there for life. Now, you are free to leave, of course, just know that that also means you're leaving your life behind as well. So, might want to rethink that. Yeah. True on that, too. True on that, because smiling and stuff. True, Hakma actually is able to revive everybody who dies. That's right. Looking around SCP Foundation, that they're not letting things out enough. Gaburo like that's the robot form of Gaburo, but the non-robot form of Gaburo wouldn't actually be the same way. The non-robot version of Gaburo would probably be really, really against their current policies of both how they contain things as well as just their ability to contain things. Which is pretty piss poor. Piss poor. Yep. Yeah, technically Lobotomy Corporation has an infinite time loop, so nothing can truly die. The current one is a Bulwark of Rage. The old one was a Bulwark of the Weak and was very damn good at their job for doing it. Again, I say this constantly, but Gaburo literally took out the Claw among so many different other abnormalities, like very high-ranking ones at that, all by themselves, with just nothing there's ego weapon. And even took out Bina, like all the fixers too, and even took out Bina with only one arm, while bleeding out, and dying afterwards from bleeding out. So they didn't even have their bleed out patched. They did all of that while dying. And I know adrenaline is powerful, but like, damn. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even think Kill Me could actually stand up to Gaburo. Have I used Hammer yet? No. And I will preferably not. Okay, good. They're on the elevator down, so they'll make it. Jill is unable to do that right now. Can send stuff away. Yep. Okay, that one went bad against Jane, so I'm gonna have to send in music hate now. Just make sure that everything's working. Yep, that's something I want to work towards. We have a problem. First we try to stop it, then we push it somewhere else. Yeah. We were able to keep Silent Orchestra around that point for a very long time. I'm actually quite impressed by that. Just throw D-class at it until it stops, basically. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said before. Like, we're literally mashing two different universes together, so, like, all rules are kind of out the window after that. But it's still fun to speculate, so... Okay, let's risk this. Fuck you. Hey, it worked. I'm glad saying fuck you to Orchestra was something I could do and actually benefited me. This legacy already just earned a few points in my book by letting me do that. But yeah, the reason why I was talking about, like, we can't really look at the SCP Foundation's scientists and just personnel in general of creating abnormalities is because we can only say that the ones that are part of Lobotomy Corporation are able to create it, you know? When working on him, a standing ovation is the best applause. Fair enough. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, I generally was trying my best to keep the universes separated so they still only work on their own universe's lore. Like, everything that has to do with either side works on the lore that they are given, as far as fighting each other goes. But yeah, Lobotomy Corporation definitely could potentially manage SCP Foundation very easily, in fact, and probably would do a lot better with it, too. Considering they're a lot more open about the use of abnormalities as help. You know? Also, I'm sure Lobotomy Corporation would benefit from the influx of potential employees. But yeah, Lobotomy Corporation is technically specialized in the containment of abnormalities, not from the containment unit itself, but from how they are treated. Which is something to be said. Yeah, she can force open a lock if she wants to, period. Which is probably why there is no locked doors, let's be honest here. It's probably Angela just doesn't let them do that. Yeah, they don't teleport outside of Lobotomy Corporation like, just the entire corporation. They never teleport outside, and I don't know why. But then again, you gotta keep in mind that Lobotomy Corporation, spoiler alert, is really far underground. Like, exceptionally so. Like, it's kind of silly how far underground they really are. Sorry I'm pausing a bunch, I'm just kind of paranoid right now. I don't want to slip up or anything. deterrence field for cliff-offs. We make them comfortable enough that they don't want to leave. Yeah, basically. That's how we work with it. Like, weirdly enough, Lobotomy Corporation is more about keeping things wanting to stick around rather than anything else. Now, one thing that could be argued against that is Melting Love's entire purpose, the entire reason that they actually are trying to escape, or ever try to escape, is because they want to escape. That is their only driving purpose. So I don't understand Melting Love in that concept. In fact, Melting Love wants to escape with the person that cares for them the most, which is why they turn one of them into a slime. In fact, I don't think Melting Love is even actually aware that turning them into a slime actually kills them. To stay on any drugs, yeah. That's true. Pay must... Well, keep in mind, the pay doesn't need to be high considering the slum that they're stuck in. Yeah, pretty much that on that. Though, using the use of the word partner should probably be addendumed with some other things, Heartman, because otherwise that's going to be taken in very different ways. And also, yeah, they're able to make drugs out of the energy, which is kind of weird to think about. And I think that's not necessarily, like, it's just a weird thing to think about. I don't know if they actually do purely make the drugs out of their energy or not, and it's very just odd to think. Like I keep saying, it's odd to think about that. And in one English, she is the bitch. Yeah. I actually prefer Angela in Legacy. Like, vastly prefer them in Legacy. Music hate could definitely go for another round at that. Death Metal Girl from Red Zone. Who? You mean Rogun, or... Do you mean Epsilon? Oh, you said Red Zone, right. There's Jill over here. And there's Chloe right there. There's Bob. And then there's Bo. That's Sarah. Oh, you're talking about Saphira. That would be Gebura, I believe. Either Gebura or Bina. Bina is on the very bottom, though. If you're talking about Discipline Department, you're talking about Gebura. And yeah, Gebura is the best one. Period. And I'm not just saying that because she's the best looking. I'm saying that also because she's literally the best character. She has, honestly, one of the most admirable characters ever. Yeah, Bina is Black Zone. What is it supposed to be said, Bina? I mean, I used to just keep calling them the Arbiter, so... If you'd rather me call them that, I could just keep calling them that. Bina. So yeah, you're talking about Bina. I say Bina. Bina is a bit weird to say, kind of like Hana and Hannah. Potato patata. Binet? Like what? Beat it with a hammer and throw magnets on it. Yeah, I call them Bina as well, just because it's easier to say. It's easier to say really quickly too, and I talk too fast sometimes. We should be on power refinement soon. Magical Girl's probably going to be in a mood soon. I just hate having Silent Orchestra around. I'm PC. Yeah, you just saw nothing there. He's pretty easy to deal with, actually. I correctly determined, by guessing just off the top of my head, that coercion would be the best way. That melts your screen. Oh, you're talking about information department there. Yeah, I kind of hate that one, but I still hate the Arbiter fight the most. Because it's very RNG dependent. And also, if you have certain setups of abnormalities, you just straight up cannot actually get it. Also, I got a beard back right now. Weezer's... My cat's doing something that I really wish it wasn't. Beard back. Okay, good, I am paused. I for a little bit was starting to kind of get nervous as to whether I paused or not. Well, reminder in the final game, attachment is his best work type, not instinct, because he wants to be human. Yep. But he also likes talking to people, which is why I considered coercion to be the way to go. Because he loves talking to people, he's trying to mimic the speech of everybody. There's what I was waiting for. Cat is still acting very weirdly, but at least they're not doing what I don't want them to be doing. Feed this one, Bill, thank you. Once got the puppy on day 4. Fuode? It's fine. They're a perfect abnormality. Completely harmless, even. Magical Girl is fun, and has a lot of work put into them that you'll never see because they require Trumpet too. I said that so many times, I kinda don't want to repeat myself there. You probably just reset for punishing Bird, it's fine. Pode's just the cutest abnormality. Probably because this is probably the only game that has, like, enough brass to even put someone like that in their game. Yeah, it's Queen of Hatred. But she is a well-designed character and has a lot of thought put into her. Queen of Hatred. Hatred. Wrath also works, though, admittedly. Magical, since it's way more simpler. Plus, she was the first magical girl that I went into, and honestly, she's the only magical girl that, like, you could just say magical girl and everybody will know exactly what you're talking about. Just refine already, damn it. Thank you. Let's hope we don't get plague doctored, because that can happen at any moment, let's be honest here. Oh, fuck off with your like, that's stupid. God damn it, I hate that one. Yeah, same thing with bunker. No one has to say, like, the 27th of March or whatever. Yeah, I know. I see them on my notifications, but I can't look at them at the moment. Because I am actually still reading the story. I haven't gone through this yet. So Angela killed A. I really wish I could ask you a question. I got a keyword that I can't use. She's an AI with a typewriter. I mean, give her some slack. Hey, it's Rudolpho, one of the worst things to deal with ever. I fucking hated dealing with this thing. Isn't this thing capable of just straight up killing someone? I mean, I do have to say, at least it produces power when it's in a good mood. I hate having to say that that's such a good thing, though. Didn't destroy a whole world on day 47. 47 is actually reasonably easy, though I did fail at one time, but I did get it. Day 47 and 48 are pretty easy. They're pretty child's play. Day 46 has a huge chance of screwing you up just by random chance, and day 49 is bullshit. Who are we gonna deal with here? Do another optimist for now. Gonna do female. Well, should we do male, female, male, female? Yeah, I don't know. Anybody want to take the name of this particular employee? Considering I'm running out of ways to name employees at the moment. 3 Hartmans, okay. I know a perfect way to name this into agent then. Oh, I can't use 3, son of a bitch. Yep, 3's a crowd, no longer a party. Let's go for that mischievous look again. Ooh, this one's got some of the best rolls as it is right now, damn. Though their move speed is pretty shit. Their work efficiency is really good. You might actually be the new one dealing with Silent Orchestra. Fighting Heartman. Unfortunately, you can't do underscore in this game. A Heartman with the shield. The shield would win, though, wouldn't it? Like, the hands down, even. Actually get anything with 6 LOB? I mean, I can get at automatic pistols, but those are garbage. Yeah, I can't. That sucks. Because getting more mental defense would help a lot. Hey, Nicholas fully leveled up. Too bad they never got rid of their pacifist trait. So, you know, that sucks. They're actually a really bad rank 5 employee, let's be honest here. Those stat rolls are kind of garbage. This is why I hate pacifists. Like, look at what it does to people. It's just awful. Like, the evasion rates are impressive, I'll give him that, but... Like, Joe is at least decent, because they weren't a pacifist for most of the time, but, like... Most of the time, it's just really garbage stats. I don't know why. Pacifists really shouldn't actually be resulting in that either, which is the weirdest part. How many of you is a pacifist? We'll see in a second here. Yeah, pacifist working speed minus efficiency minus avoidance rating plus plus, so it really shouldn't have any effect on their actual stats. It's very weird. Like, on at least their health and mental. It's just strange to me, I don't know. Give the magical girl a burger. Fortunately, they're not the most fond of that, but they're okay with it. What's my pacifist trait? Like, all of them just suck. Yeah, this Heartman is a rationalist. This Heartman is an optimist. So the only one that could really be possibly anything other than a, like, even pacifist, I believe, would be the one over here. But this one is optimist as well, because they're always on the wall gazer. Always. Never take them off the wall gazer. I want this. Shield goes over there. God, the breathing from Nameless Fetus is still very creepy. I 100% need someone to always be doing violence on this one. Now your move speed is a Garbo, but everything else is perfect. Less work speed would be nice, but that's about it. Heard you get a new car. Yeah, I'd rather not have a nuclear car. Thank you very much. Heartman, you get to go ahead and test your metal right there. Probably gonna be doing some amusement with you. Well, first things first. Isn't it consensus? Yeah, consensus is fine. Feeding it is fine too, so I'll go ahead and feed it. And I think that's everybody. That's everybody attended to. I'm gonna have to really focus on the next day, by the way. Just because of how this game works. Give me enough time, a boombox, and a mixtape, and I'll teach Orchestra to play Iron Maiden instead of the bullshit they always play otherwise. Yeah. You didn't say that last part, but I just kind of addendum to that for you. Dozens of blazing eyes are looking at one place. The bird that lived in the forest didn't like creatures being eaten by monsters. Every time the bird saved a life, it got an eye. The big bird could not close those eyes no matter how it tried, for monsters could come hurting creatures at any time. By the time eyes covered the whole body of the big bird, no one was around it. To shine the light in a dark forest, the big bird burned every single feather it had to make an everlasting lamp. The big bird now could hardly be called a bird, for it had no feathers. Pet the bird! Aww. That's adorable. It shouldn't be adorable, but it is. It has many eyes, yes it does. And they all close to be able to sleep while they pet it. It's freaking adorable. I had a feeling that wasn't going to succeed. So how did Heartman fare? Heartman fared perfectly. Nice. Go at it again. If only the birds weren't haunted by the duality of duty and PTSD, they'd make good friends in defense abnormalities. Yeah, they would. I mean, King of Greed is pretty adorable. I mean, look at that. Now, when they get out, they're not, let's be honest here, but still. But yeah, like, the problem is that the birds got corrupted by a certain type of thought that they kind of regretted. For example, Judgment Bird started weighing their scales one way because, if I remember correctly, they weren't doing a good enough job or something. So they made them always tilt to be bad. Punishing Bird is probably the only real bird that doesn't really do anything particularly bad, but just kind of goes after people for some reason. I don't really understand Punishing Bird. And Big Bird thinks to save someone from the monster, it should eat them there, so that the big monster can't eat them. So Big Bird isn't killing them, Big Bird is actually saving them from the monster by eating them. Don't work. So far, so good on the moods. Okay, someone wants to be fed here. Can we actually feed them? Yes, we can. Oh god, Rudolta does a lot of mental damage. Shit. That's actually kind of scary. Origin Comic's so cute, or very deadly. Yep. I was gonna have to be the one that works on that for now. Someone is going to have to work on this soon. Once again, another perfect result. Nice, Heartman. You're doing really good. I'm gonna go ahead and send Jane over there, actually. Even though they're the backup in case you actually falter when working with that. I still want to make sure Redulta stays in a good state, because Redulta is lowering our energy processing. Which I really don't want. Because I want to get out of here as fast as possible. So someone's gonna have to work on this one. But the longer I wait for this one, the better, because the less energy it'll drain for me. Like, from being happy. Also, Magical Girl has to be going down soon. Griffin can probably handle that. I hope to dear hell they can, because they are kind of irreplaceable. Well, I mean, I guess I could replace them soon, actually. Oh, there it is. And Hannah in. There we go, that's working. Time to ship Sephiroths together. I'm pretty sure everybody ships Gibra and Bina together for some reason. It's a bad idea, by the way. Paladin Netsatch does sound like a pretty good idea, actually. Pod doesn't really drug abuse, but still. They did try to use it, I didn't know about it. I still think Gerbera is the best one. Like, hands down. No contest, even. Okay, yeah, someone needs to be sent over here to work. I don't want to send someone that's currently available, so I'm going to go ahead and send Hiss over here. Silent Orchestra is a bit too, high priority, to say the least. You think Hiss just took 100 white damage to my comment on Saphira's shipping? That's one way to put it. I gotta work on Sound Orchestra soon. 120, I'm weak to white. We all know that if you took like 2 pale damage, you'd die, though. This pale damage is bullshit. At least in base game. In this game, it's just ridiculously threatening. But it's nothing special, per se. Might actually need to have someone work on this gun. Best abnormality ships. Oh god. Just said with Hakma? That's an interesting thought. Heartman finally ended up taking a little bit of damage. We gotta swap out. Little Red with Gibura. Oh god. First off, hey, you mean red mist, but also... Jesus. This is the high-quality white damage you all looking for. Tiferet the Tiferet. Oh my god. Who would Malkuth be with? I don't even remember, like, I can never remember. Like, I always confuse Hod and Malkuth, to be honest. I really do. I mean, why would you include employees? Kill me would just fuck all of them. So it's kind of like, that's just kind of a moot point at that point. $140 white damage. Slowly getting up there. You sure they jumped in, or they just kind of were led in? Paranoia is going to slow things down, and I'm really going to have to focus because I need to do it fast to get past midnight fast. Kill me with Angela. I mean, if you want to stay safe from Angela, I suppose. So, you and nothing there? I mean, that's already a pair. That's not even shipping. Yeah, they always are. Okay, so amusement is actually your best. Okay, that's interesting. Just took over 9,000 white damage. Okay, now you're going a little far, buddy. Music Hate did a pretty decent job there, so they can totally do that again. Don't, I have 17 SP, don't do this to me. I need to just let it free. I need to just let it go. Let this game work. You're just gonna name everybody at this point. send in Bill. Uh-oh. He's gone bonkers. It's okay, though. We can still make it. No. Oh. I like how it just said welfare was unlocked again. But yeah, this is the last save point. Story's done. I really hate that the shelter's not in this. I would actually do that otherwise. But I guess I could try for it. I've already seen Silent Orchestra once, by the way. Punishing ship together. They already are shipped together. Like, that's just cheating. You can't hire enough shit. Sucks that I can't save all of them. Marbles have been dropped. Got an extra stun gun? No. I think everybody got upset. One thing that's the problem is, it is kind of in the problem. That's young and dead. Wow, their portal looks very different. Here's Longbird. There's the beep. Higher female, you can't do that. Been used. Where is it? There it is. Got a couple of them. Nothing there is apparently in a bad mood for some reason. But terrible news on Christmas Eve. He or she does not have much time left. Doing pretty good. Where's the birds? That's the real question. Yeah, Big Bird's gonna take their time. Looks like they're not doing anything, though. Jesus, that baby, though, every time. What the fuck am I looking at here? That what the Little Prince makes? Jesus. Must be another Little Prince thing. The hammer seems to be back here, but they're kind of invisible at the moment. How did you get the bees, like, pollen? You weren't even fighting. I mean, they're just gonna die, so... Or not, somehow. No shipping Sephiroths. Hey, Red's got something. Hammers are trying to fight the bee right now. It's not working out too well. Paco is coming, it's just that Big Bird takes forever. Like, Big Bird is coming, but, like, they're still all the way down here. Hammer is trying, they're trying to do something, I think they're trying to break the portal right now. Like, they're definitely behind the portal right now. So what the hell's up with this? So I'm using this basically to stop all employees from dying. Are these bees like unkillable or something? Like, Why can't anybody hit the bees? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for you, Red Shoes. And there goes their feet.
Received a voicemail.
Oh, Big Bird's up here finally, I think. Yeah, that's what that means. Also, I think nothing there probably just annihilated the hammer. I mean, Lewis, if you can make it out of there. Coming very slowly. Like, I doubt they can, because they have to still go through some stuff. Yeah, nothing there is a fan favorite. Well done. Abnormalities don't seem to be able to actually hit each other right now, which is very weird. Also, why are you trying to suppress? You really shouldn't be. You just need to keep going. There it is. Can't pause now. It's terrifying. Nothing there literally walked into 100 Sins and just died. Like, it just killed the person in there. Jesus. Yeah, I can see Apocalypse Bird being a lot more threatening in this case. Yeah, Lewis just went into panic, I think. Did he? No, he didn't. Did he actually kill someone? Because they were just feeding him. Biggest match likely. What does that mean? Oh, she's like a suicide bomber in this version. Also, I think they still consider, like, this clerk alive for some reason. Interesting. The fact that abnormalities can't fight each other in this version is kind of upsetting, though. Silent Orchestra isn't breaking out again for some reason. Which I'm actually fine with, but it's just kind of weird. Like, they are attempting to fight each other, but they can't hurt each other. At least I think they are. Like, it definitely looks like there's an attempt of fighting against each other here, but I really do think they just think these clerks are actually technically alive. Which they aren't. Long Arm's egg looks very weird. Where's the little bird's egg? Oh, one of the bees died. Huh. Ooh, punishing birds looks very menacing. Holy shit. What the hell's going on over here? Yeah, like, that's punishing bird's egg. Like, what the fuck? Oh, it's the old worm anomaly thing. Which, let's be honest, is probably a lot worse in this version. Because again, you can't have people hang out. Does this one still have the same thing, or does it have the specialized one? Oh, what? What? Am I allowed to do this? Very strange. Like, am I actually able to fight against myself? I can't fight them, but I can fight the Midnight, maybe? Or is this just slowing it? Oh, one of the things went down somehow. Could I actually get the full... I could totally get the full... Oh my god, the worms are actually killing them. Sticking around is actually a good idea, because I can get the full, like, anomaly information on Apocalypse Bird. Yeah, it's just the same. Like, this one's actually capable of going into the main rooms. Maybe they can kind of do damage to each other? Nothing there seems to be having a hard time with nothing. Like, nothing there seems to have a hard time with this. Because their targeting just fucks up. Let's speed this up. They're actually destroying nothing there. Nothing there got absolutely devoured by one of those little ones. What the fuck? Yep, there goes a little bird. This is very bizarre. And look, they're going for, like, Big Bird now. That's terrifying. Look at all them worms! Seems like this one's pretty hard, you know. I know, but there's like Jesus Christ. The Paco Bird never got a chance to fight Hammer because the Hammer was too busy fighting other things. Can they even actually kill this egg? I'm kind of skeptical at this point, because it should have died by now, you know? Why are they attacking it anyway? They're definitely hitting it. Yeah, I know about that. Can a Paco's bird not be killed right now? Trying to take out Snow White right now. I'm not able to do damage with Snow White. It's very weird. Like, sometimes they're able to do damage, other times they're just not. Like, do you think, like, melee immunity might stop that or something? Hold on.